Well, with Meek Mills and those accompanying him, please join the councilman at the podium and Senator Sharif Street also. And I think we have Meek's family. And joining Councilman Johnson, we have Councilwoman Gim, Councilwoman Parker, Councilman Green, Councilwoman Bass, and Cecil B. Moore's, and the Martin Luther King Rec Center's infamous Eddie Hurt. And is that it? You guys, come on. You guys ready? We good? And Councilman Squilla. And Councilwoman Keona Sanchez.
Sherelle, you got a part?
Good? Okay. Let's rock.
This is looking crazy. He walking around with him like undone for like a month. But that's how they like him. Too clean looking like.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Today I am standing here on behalf of Council President Doug Clark in partnership with Senator Sharif Street as we sit here and take a moment and honor Robert Meek Mill Williams. We want to take a moment to acknowledge him for his work as relates to criminal justice reform, but also being a shining example of a young man who have persevered, stayed strong in the face of adversity, and most importantly, used his platform as a message of positivity to our young people. I also would like to acknowledge Mark Rubin of the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's give him a round of applause. Mike Rubin. Come on. Where's Mike at? Come on up, Mike.
Come on, man. Don't be shy.
You know, being a young man who grew up in South Philadelphia and recognized the obstacles that we face and the barriers that life put in front of you, and being a young man who persevered through juvenile probation and being able to serve as the first African-American councilperson in the second councilman district, it's truly an honor to get a chance to stand with my colleagues as we recognize Meek Mill for, most importantly, not only his entertainment expertise, but most importantly, how he's really has stepped up in taking his advocacy to the next level to make sure that our justice system is just and fair for everyone. And so at this particular time, I'm going to also ask for Senator Sharif Street to say a few remarks, and we will present the official citation.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning.
You know, it is a pleasure and an honor to be here to present this congratulatory citation, or I guess congratulatory resolution from the Senate for my friend Meek Mill, my neighbor. We're from the same neighborhood. Some will say accomplishments in entertainment are important, but why is the government doing this? It is because Meek hasn't just accomplished in entertainment, but when he was impacted by the criminal justice system in the way that so many people from North Philly are, from our neighborhood. It's not unusual, if you're from where we're from, to be impacted by the criminal justice system. He decided it wasn't enough for him to deal with his own personal situation, but he turned that into an advocacy and put power behind a movement for criminal justice so the people from North Philly, from where we're from, and people like our communities, not only in this city and this Commonwealth, but across the country, would be able to benefit from a reformed system So similarly, he worked along with Jay-Z and our brother Rubin and others from across the country to put together the Reform Alliance. And so we're acknowledging today not just a man who had personal success, but a man who had personal success that never forgot where he came from. And I know because I'm from there too. Came back and gave away bikes and did the things that make people happy, brought some joy in their life, sneakers, fixed up the school, it's helping us with the rec center, but also understood that we need systemic change so that the circumstances and the things he went through, nobody else from North Philly or anybody else, anywhere else should have to continue to go through. So we congratulate the brother. We're not going to read all the citations, I don't think today, but we do want to say he's an example not only to people in North Philly where he came from, but to other people in entertainment who've had some success. It's not good enough for you to succeed for yourself. You got to help the next young man or young woman coming up behind you.
All right.
Congratulations, Meek. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, most of you know I'm from South Philly. I'm going to be a little geographical today. And so, we know Meek Mill is from North Philadelphia, but his foundation started in South Philadelphia. Grandmom and the rest of the family, the Parker family. His uncle was a legendary DJ, Grandmaster Nell from South Philadelphia. So we want to share Meek Mill today with North Philadelphia. But in all sincerity, I want to officially start this citation by saying, honoring and recognizing and congratulating Robert Meek Mill Williams for his philanthropic and criminal justice reform endeavors and naming March 15th through March 17th of 2019 in the city of Philadelphia, Meek Mill Weekend. So I put the clap for that. Whereas Robert Williams, known to the world as Meek Mill, is a critically acclaimed multi-platinum hip-hop artist, songwriter, entrepreneur, actor, and criminal justice reform advocate that hails from North Philadelphia. Whereas Meek Mill evolved from Philadelphia's hottest underground rapper to one of the world's preeminent musical artists, having released a slew of smash studio albums and singles. His latest studio album, Championships, debuted at #1 on Billboard's Top 200 albums, being his second chart topper following his 2015 album Relief, Dreams Worth More Than Money. And also I want to acknowledge that you just went platinum this week with Championships. Let's give him a round of applause for that. Whereas Meek Mill is also the CEO of Dream Chasers, his music label imprint that he launched in 2012 and named after his mixtape series. And
whereas since 2007, Mill has been entrapped in the criminal justice system and shuffled through the prison system over technical probation violations, all despite maintaining his innocence. His latest incarceration in November 2017 spurred the international #FreeMeekMill movement, where artists, athletes, and others publicly advocate on his behalf until he was released on bail on April 24th, 2018. And whereas after his release from prison, Meek Mill has used his public platform to generate awareness around the problems of the criminal justice system, including excessive probation regulations, the disproportionate bail system, the lack of rehabilitation programs available, and how these problems disproportionately affect people of color. And
whereas, inspired by Meek Mill's ongoing battles with the criminal justice system, business and entertainment leaders such as 76ers owner Michael Rubin, Patriots owner Robert Kraft, Nets co-owner Clara Wu Tsai, hedge fund manager and investor Danielle Loeb, cryptocurrency titan Michael Novogratz, and Vista equity partner and founder Robert Smith have all teamed up with renowned rapper Jay-Z and Meek Mill to launch the Reform Alliance in January 2019. And
whereas co-chaired by Meek Mill, the Reform Alliance was formed to advance criminal justice reform and eradicate outdated policies that perpetuate injustice in the United States. Their goal is to reduce the number of people affected by parole and probation by 1 million over the next 5 years. And whereas Meek Mill has donated over 60,000 bottles of water to the people of Flint, Michigan, giving away thousands of backpacks and school supplies to children all across the city of Philadelphia, and provided gifts to those in homeless shelters. And how you doing? North Philly.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas, this past fall, Meek Mill partnered with the City of Philadelphia and Puma to renovate basketball courts at 33rd and Oxford Street. In December, he teamed up with Puma and Go Puff to host a toy giveaway for over 3,000 children at the Martin Luther King Jr. Recreation Center, which is located at 22nd and Cecil B. Moore Avenue, giving away video game consoles, bicycles, art sets, sneakers, board games, and an array of other toys to kids from schools and organizations across the Philadelphia area. And
thank you. Whereas additionally, Meek Mill serves as one of the captains of Puma's newly launched Reform platform that enables Puma ambassadors from the world of sports, music, and entertainment to advocate for social justice issues and champion causes to promote positive change. He is specifically spearheading Reform's focus on criminal justice reform, and all proceeds from sales of his reform-related products will be donated to charities working to reform the criminal justice system. And whereas using all platforms available due to his celebrity, Meek Mill has teamed up with Amazon Prime Video and Jay-Z's Rock Nation for a 6-part documentary series that will follow his own fight for exoneration while exposing flaws in the criminal justice system.
Now, therefore, be it resolved of the Council of the City of Philadelphia that we hereby honor, recognize, and congratulate Robert Meek Mill Williams for his philanthropic and criminal justice reform endeavors, and name March 15th through March 17th of 2019 as Meek Mill Weekend in the City of Philadelphia. Be it further resolved that an engrossed copy of this resolution be presented to Meek Mill as evidence of the true and sincere sentiments of this legislative body. And on behalf of Council President Darrell Clark, members of council, we'd like to officially present to you this citation on behalf of the City of Philadelphia.
Yeah, thank you.
And the chair recognizes Meek Mills for remarks.
I would like to say thank you to the City of Philadelphia, my mom, my family, my sister, son, niece, and nephew here, Rock Nation, Michael Rubin. As you know, the situation I've been through, a lot of people didn't know when I came home I would focus on really trying to give young kids like me a fair shot coming up in the system. A lot of people in the beginning thought that it may have just been a part of my situation, but what we had started now, our foundation, me, Michael Rubin, Robert Kraft, Jay-Z, Mike Novogratz, Clara Sy, we started the foundation, and just I wanted to do something where I felt important enough to give people like me coming up a fair shot in life. As you see, I got a 7-year-old son. My son's 7 years old. He may make mistakes in life. I don't want my son growing up in a world, a place where if he decided to use marijuana one time, he could spend 2 or 3 years in a state penitentiary raised by people he don't know. I don't believe young kids where we come from, minorities like myself, should have a shot like that, and I think we deserve better, and I'm trying to fight for the young kids that I actually spend time with and sat in prison with multiple times for not even committing crime. And I want to thank the people here for the support, because the support have mattered a lot. I've been in prison a few times for probation and violations, but the one time that my city of Philadelphia showed me support was the one time I came out of prison, and I want to show the support back and do it for the people that actually stood up for me. So, that means a lot. Growing up in Philadelphia was my mom, a single parent home. She working 8 hours a day. We actually are growing up in the streets in the wild, on the corner, and not really having guidance. So, just having the support means a lot. I want to thank everybody who ever supported me to put me in this situation. And I'm not even really here to take credit. It's a part of my life. It's what I've been through. It's what I experienced. And, I just think that as a city of Philadelphia, me with a platform as being a musical artist, being known worldwide, I could use my voice to actually, make things better. This is not a call out for people to do crime and not go to jail. There's never been a case. It's a call out to give people who actually come up under different circumstances a fair shot in America, and that's the people I want to speak for. You do wrong, you get wrong, but I think in this life you deserve right if you live in the right way, and you deserve a fair shot, and that's what I'm here fighting for. I want to shout out to people like Mike Rubin. He witnessed my case. This is not a case of a wealthy guy, a wealthy white man seeing his friend go to prison and want to step up just because it's me. No, this turned into a case of him being introduced to something that he never seen personally with his own two eyes of unfairness. And we spent a lot of time on prison visits, me explaining to him that this happens to 1,000 people on a daily basis. Me, myself, I actually grew up in the early 90s where, late 80s, where crack laws were placed, and it wasn't men in our neighborhood, so, it kept the system flowing of young men going in and out of prison. And, like I said, I got a 7-year-old son. I've been to prison probably 3 or 4 times in state penitentiaries, county prisons with people who got life in prison, murderers, rapists, and been in those situations 3 or 4 times without committing crime. I'm employed. I employ people. I do a lot of charity in my city. I don't know, a lot of police officers, you may see me riding around these places. I try to keep it close and stick close to the place I come from and not really feel like I have to move to a whole different coast of the world. And, it's not we got a lot of violence we got to fix here where a lot of people who look like me die on a daily basis. If you watch the news, a lot of young men die from gun violence. I still try to stick as close as I can and give my influence and, bring what I can bring to the city of Philadelphia and, make things a better place. I cannot be a perfect person. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm 31 years old. I'm a young man. And, I want to be me. Today, I wanted to wear a suit. I wanted to look nice. But, I want to look like me. In situations like this, I'm wearing Milano, a young girl from Philadelphia supporting her business on tour. On tour, I wear, it's a vest. It's not a real bulletproof vest. It's actually a kid from West Philadelphia. He got a clothing line. He does not pay me to wear that. I wear it every tour night. Basically stating, I do it for my city, and I appreciate everybody in here supporting me, whoever has support for me, and I'm going to continue to do what I do. And thank you for everything.
So, Meek.
Hold on. Want to speak?
I'm not going to read this whole thing because we've already heard enough. But I do want to say we thank you for not just in Philadelphia, but the laws that you've been trying to pass, you've been working are mostly state laws. So on behalf of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Pennsylvania State Senate, we also acknowledge the work that you've done and the work that you're going to do and all your success. Congratulations, Meek. It's from the state.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I just want to thank everybody for being here today. To see the city rally behind Meek it's what makes Philadelphia great. I mean, Meek and I talk all the time about how do you take a bad situation and turn it into a positive, and we're all here doing exactly that. A year ago, I just said to Meek, the last time I was here, we were having rallies to get Meek out of prison for a crime he didn't commit. Today, the city's standing behind him in the biggest way. And I gotta say, I'm so proud of Meek for taking his negative situation and figuring out how we can together help millions of other people and he said it right. I didn't think this stuff really happened. I didn't believe you could go to prison for not committing a crime. And I had what I thought was the unfortunate experience, but it was really a incredible experience of going to court with him November 6th, 2017. And for me, that opened my eyes to a world I didn't believe existed. And, I think in reality, Meek has been able to take this situation and say, how do I help millions of other people? So I'm so proud of you. I'm so appreciative of everybody here in Philadelphia standing behind him. And I just want to say thank you. And we're just getting started, but I look forward to helping millions of people together with Meek and all of our other partners in Desiree, Rock Nation. So exciting times ahead.
Thank you. Councilor Biddies.
you.